Good afternoon everybody. It is a beautiful sunny Friday afternoon here in Queensland, and I thought today I would do my September empties. So I'm going to start with hand wash. As you can see, I do tend to use a fair bit of hand wash. I have one pump in the kitchen, one in the bathroom, and if I have a separate laundry then I usually have another hand pump in the laundry as well. These are just three that I have used. This is the Woolworths own brand, which is the antibacterial, and it has aloe vera extract in it. It's lovely and creamy, and it certainly does make your hands feel nice and clean. This one is a Parmalee one, and this is one of the foaming ones. I found out that you actually need to leave the pump that it came with on the bottle because it is designed to go up through the pump with the loaded spring for it to actually come out foaming. If you transfer this into another container, you won't get the foaming action. Smelt beautiful. Did make my hands feel clean, but I found that my hands felt very, very dry after using this one. And this is a Cussons Pure. This is moisturising with shea butter and honey, and this smells beautiful. Again, made my hands feel lovely and clean, and this one did tend to make my hands feel quite soft afterwards. They didn't feel dry and cracked like I had to rush off and put moisturiser on my hand. Okay, on to face wipes. These two are both Aldi brand face wipes. They're okay. The one with the revitalised soy is not as moisturising as the Renew Q10 one, neither of which remove waterproof mascara. I'm not sure, and it actually does say that it removes waterproof mascara, but I can assure you that they don't. But I don't use them for that. I generally tend to use these if I'm having a play with makeup and decide I don't like the look, and I will only use these to just wipe it off so that I can start again for practice. Okay, just a few products. This is a face mask that I used. This was one of the little $2, and it came with two sachets, one on top of the other, from Priceline. This is the Express Beauty with pomegranate, and that was really, really lovely. If I remember rightly, it actually had granules in it, like there were small bits of fruit seed or something. Felt nice going on the skin. I didn't really notice any drastic change in my skin afterwards, but it was a lovely mask to use. This is one that I picked up from my local chemist, and this was a really nice mask, and this was one of the cloth ones. It's green tea extract, and this really did feel lovely and soothing and quite cool on my face. Again, I didn't really notice any drastic changes in my skin afterwards, but I still think face masks are definitely something that I will continue using, and hopefully I will get to a point where I will be able to use a face mask every single day. This is the No Time to Shine. It's the Formula 1006, and I believe I still have one more of these to go, and what I've done is I've got the little sample pots because you can get minimum 2 applications from this, so they are definitely worth buying. And this was another one of my little torture be your nose strips, so not a lot more needs to be said about that. This was the Swisspers large ovals that I had picked up to give a try. They are good. I just found it to be a little bit wasteful because they were such a decent size. I tried to actually use one oval pad to remove makeup from both my eyes. I would buy them again because I did find that I was able to remove makeup from both my eyes and possibly even my lips and perhaps the blush before I had to then move on to another one. So they are still worth investing in. These are some face washes that I was using. This is an Aldi brand and it's an exfoliating wash. It is a good exfoliating wash. I'm not sure that the microbeads in it are round. There's nothing to indicate that the microbeads are round. I didn't find that it damaged my skin or caused me to break out in any way. And it says that it has with vitamin E and provitamin B5. They're very inexpensive. They don't have a fragrance as such. They do have a soapy smell, I guess is probably the best way to describe that. 150 mils. I would purchase this again, but I'm presently using another face wash that is a cleanser and exfoliator in one. But I would definitely purchase this again. This is the Parmalee face wash. This is the Gentle Daily Cleanser. Now it says that it's a light foaming formula. I could not get this to foam. It's very thick and I found it to be quite difficult to get out of the squeeze tube. It smells really nice and it says that it has milk proteins and antioxidants. It certainly made my skin feel very clean afterwards. The only reason I wouldn't purchase this again is because I did find it very hard to get the product out of the container and did end up cutting the top off to be able to access the rest of the product. I had to squeeze really, really hard. It's almost like a toothpaste consistency. So, wouldn't necessarily purchase that again. This is my ever trusty witch hazel. Love this stuff. This is used morning and night, regardless of whether I use an excellent face cleanser. I still use this afterwards just to wipe off any residue even from the cleanser itself, especially with the daily wash I'm using that has the exfoliating microbeads. And I will continue to keep repurchasing this. It's accessible at a lot of places and the bonus is I can pick it up at Woolworths, which works for me. This is the Aldi brand serum. It is their Lacura Naturals and this particular one is the premium anti-aging serum. It has hyaluronic acid and silk proteins and it has ginger extracts. It did state on the box that you are not to put this near your eyes. After I had been using it for about a week, I actually tested a tiny bit on my eyelids and under my eyes and it didn't irritate me at all. So this became part of my eye routine as well as my face, my neck, my décolletage. I have another one that I'm using at the moment that was a backup for this one. And if these come back into Aldi's, I will certainly look at purchasing these again. They're $10. It's a pump and they're 30 mils. Well worth it. This is my Nivea sunscreen that I have been using forever and a day, and I have just repurchased the new one. It's different packaging, still basically serves the same purpose. It's 30 plus and it's broad spectrum, so it covers both UVA and UVB. Has a very, very slight sunscreen smell to it, but it is very, very good. This is a shampoo that I have finally used up. It's by RPR. It's my hydrating shampoo. They are good, but I do have other shampoos and conditioners that I've found to be better. These are $20 a bottle. You do get an awful lot of product in them and they do smell nice. Not sure that I would purchase it again, but I do have a number of other shampoos and conditioners that I'm presently having to use up. So I might give this another try later on down the track. This is something that I would purchase again if I could afford it. They are quite pricey, but it's the Aria Argan Gold and it's the conditioner with argan oil. Smells to die for and is very, very, very good on your hair. You don't need to use very much, and I did tend to make the shampoo and the conditioner. I think I still have a little bit of the shampoo left, maybe not. I've had these two since December, and I have tried to make them last as long as I could. So these were more of a luxury that I would use them maybe once or twice a month, and then just use the other shampoos and conditioners in between. And they are really lovely. Expensive, but definitely worth it. And this is the last thing in my empties. This is the omega-3 natural fish oil. It's 1,000 milligrams. These do last me quite a while. I also give my dog 1 fish oil capsule a day, and she's 11 years old and has very, very few problems with joints, arthritis, anything like that. So I try to take 2 to 3 a day. Sometimes I'll take more depending on how achy I am. Definitely worth it. And this particular brand, which is Blooms, has been tested for mercury, pesticides and heavy metals. And they're also low reflux. So not that I ever have that problem, but it is good to know things like that. I think fish oil or krill oil is something that everybody should have a look at, especially for people who deal with arthritis. It's actually got a lot of information on the back of it. It says that it's a rich source of the long-chain omega-3, marine triglyceride fatty acids. It says it may temporarily improve the symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis and psoriasis. It also assists in the relief of the symptoms of headache, chronic fatigue syndrome, irritable bowel syndrome, ringing in the ears, eczema and allergies. And that's another thing, that my little dog, who's a Staffy Cross Kelpie, does tend to get allergies from certain grasses because she has very little hair on her chest and tummy, as to do with the breed of the dog. She doesn't get allergies, and she's been on this now for maybe a good 2 years. Go and have a look at my video that's I think called A Day in the Life of a Student or something similar. You will see right at the end there is a short video clip of my 11-year-old Staffy running flat chat back to me with her ball. So this is proof that she is staying nice and healthy, along with everything else that I give her, that she gets fed and things like that. So that's my September empties. Hopefully it was of some interest to you, maybe gave you a little more information on some products that you have been thinking about trying out for yourself. I look forward to chatting to you all again very soon, and I hope you have a lovely afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Bye.